I'm your host and Dungeon Master Paul Foxcroft, and this is Dungeons and Dragons, which I don't know why I've said that. Was there any doubt? You're about to watch the first episode of Questing Time from the online series of shows. So this is the very first time we tried to play D&D online, and I think that's pretty evident in the video, thanks to a combination of technical errors and other glitches and stuff. We're still working out how to do it because we didn't know what we were doing. Enjoy the show. We did. And I'll see you at the end of the video for a little wrap-up chat, and then we can move on to part 2. Let's roll. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Questing Time, a thing that is apparently working.
Hey.
Is it working? Let us know in the chat. Stuff is happening. Look at that sick D20 gif. Things are going on. Let's find out who everyone's playing. The first one on my list is Richard. That's not going to happen. Matt Highton, who are you?
Hi there.
Who are you, Matt Highton? And what are you playing for us today?
In real life, my name's Matthew Highton, but tonight you'll know me as Phillin Blanks, a halfling with amnesia. Pretty cool character, actually. He woke up and he had a tattoo on his hand saying, "Your name is Phillin Blanks." So, sorry, he said, "You are," and then it was brackets, Phillin Blanks. He thought that was his name. Pretty cool backstory. He also has a mysterious skull tattoo around his heart, which is always cold and probably evil.
Great.
Oh, and Paul, you'll be glad to know he does have an accent that has been previously untested on Question Time.
Oh, no.
And my wife says it's fine to do. Don't worry.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Richard Soames, welcome back to the stream. What are you playing this evening?
Hello, I'm playing the Reverend Hardcore. I'm an ex-copper who was betrayed by some bent paladins, and I'm out for revenge by finding religion. But I only ever play by the rules.
Next up, Briony Redman.
Hello. Do you want to know who I'm playing?
With your new headphones.
Yeah.
I do. And who are you? What's your deal?
So I am playing the amazing Claire, who is a tiefling. Yeah, a tiefling bard. And yeah, Claire was basically not disliked because she's a tiefling. They thought she looked weird, so she learnt magic to try and make friends. And that didn't work either. That made it creepier. So she'll do anything to try and make friends or impress people with her skills. It's mainly doing this. Close up magic.
Rufus Hound.
Hello.
What's your deal, and what are you playing for us today?
My deal is I'm the Rough Knight, who is a dwarf who, dwarves traditionally are very connected with clan and tradition, but this guy's been exiled. So he's kind of just spent a lot of time drinking heavily, fixing things for people, and then smashing other people up as long as it gets enough coin to be able to head back to the inn that night. He's permanently hungover. He's got brewer's supplies, and I like to think probably could knock up a potion that would make him feel not hungover, but he likes feeling hungover because it reminds him of his internal pain. He has got a real name, but he doesn't tell anyone what it is. Everyone just calls him Rough. And for as long as I can be bothered, I will also be attempting an accent.
But enough about yourself, Rufus. Tell us about your character.
Okay, those are our characters. Like I said, a couple, just to reiterate, particularly if you've never seen Questing Time before, we are playing Dungeons & Dragons. It's a little bit house-ruled, a little bit loose, and that's principally because, A, brevity, and B, I'm very tired, and I can't remember how grappling works. But other than that, and with those caveats, let us begin to play Dungeons and/or Dragons. We begin in the Forgotten Realms, far to the east of Baldur's Gate on the Dragon Coast, in the city of Westgate, where they don't write adventures about, so I can get away with stuff. It's an unruly settlement, rife with danger, crime, and their problematic child, Trouble. You've all been working together as excuse me, you've all been working together as a group of adventurers for a short while, doing odd jobs like guarding shipments of goods, killing some massive rats in the basement of a shop, as well as locating a pan for an old lady. And you've just spent about 20 minutes killing more rats in the basement of a warehouse this time. As the party is now 5 gold richer, you step out of the warehouse onto a muddy street and into a shower of heavy rain. It's getting close to sunset here in Westgate. People are bustling around the merchant quarter, packing up their stores and heading home for the night. And you're probably kind of weighing up. The adventuring life is a lot more exterminating rats than you were hoping it would be. As you step out into the rain, like I said, lots of people are moving past you, carrying all sort of... It's like the opening sequence of My Fair Lady, only no one pauses. And notably, one thing you do encounter is a walking corpse wearing a sort of poncho with the word "safe" embroidered on it in bold black letters. As you approach it, it sort of puts its arms up and gestures you away from the entrance to an alleyway.
Oh, we gotta go that way.
Yeah.
There's gotta be an adventure down there that isn't rescuing a pan.
And worst case scenario, guys, there'll be some more rats for us to kill.
Let's definitely go there.
I don't know
Great
about
news.
you, but I reckon we should go down that alley.
Holy shit.
Oh, we're definitely going down that alley. No problem about it there, Mr. Ruff. We're gonna go down that nice, clean alley.
So we're
Sweet
gonna go down.
Moses.
We're definitely going down the alley.
As you approach the zombie, you look behind the zombie down the alley, and what you can see is...
Shall we... So, can I suggest that we...
But we did guess right. Rich suggested we talk to the zombie, and we did all try it.
Great. So, as you approach the zombie to talk to it, you look past the zombie, and you can see down the alley there's a building being demolished by a bunch of other zombies, all wearing the same sort of tabard.
Perfect.
And there's also a tall elf wearing dark robes, overseeing the operation, dressed in black and silver, who turns and sees you. The zombie is now blocking your path. It won't let you past. It's not attacking you, it's just preventing you going past. It's also not responding to you when you talk to it. It's looking at you, but it's not talking back.
Right.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't really have time for this sort of thing. Can I not just smash this zombie out the way and find out what this elf's up to?
I mean, the elf is about 6 feet from you.
Right. Well, just like this zombie can get to fuck.
Hello,
So,
Mr. Elf.
Hello.
Oh, look. Is it alright if we smash this zombie out the way and come find out what you're doing?
No, don't. No. Under no circumstances. Don't hurt the merchandise. That the elf approaches you. No. We need the zombies for the work. Sorry. I mean, to introduce myself, my name is Lemuel. Lemuel Dansvey. I'm a necromancer. I run an organization that uses zombies for dangerous tasks around the city, rather than endangering, a living person.
Right. This bloke's obviously a Tory. Can he be trusted? This sort of shadowy, let's just make dead things do what we say. That's how people like him have seen the working classes since time immemorial.
The
I mean,
dead have rights
I can hear
too.
you.
Yeah, we want you to hear us.
Oh, I want
Right.
you to hear me, fucking pointy ears. You fucking shut up for a second while we work out what we're doing.
All right, we don't have to use abusive language. My point is just that you can't come this way.
No.
But my point is that you can't come this way because it's dangerous.
Oh.
I think we can decide if it's dangerous for ourselves, thank you very much. We don't need your snooty, oh, it's dangerous down there. We've just killed 4 big rats. We know what danger is, my friend.
And we found a pan.
And a pan.
Right.
Do
Right,
you
well, that explains you holding a pan and you holding what I assume is a bag of dead rats.
All right, we want to gather your evidence of whatever you've done. That's
What have you been
he
up
said.
to?
Yeah,
Right,
and he's
no,
a
so-
trained cop.
Here's the deal. what we do is we pre-buy people's bodies when they're alive, and then when they die, we use them until they wear out.
Right.
Quite a good deal.
Okay, that actually sounds quite a good deal, actually. I have
Can
a
I-
full living body myself. No money.
Phil, wait one moment, son. I don't think you know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a great afterlife. Just
But-
saying.
Guys,
There might
you,
be
uh,
a
Oh,
couple
please.
of quid to be made out of this. How do you go about collecting these bodies, by the way?
Well, we get them from the mortuary.
So people
We only use people who have signed a contract with us.
and they die of natural causes, do they?
Well, they die. I mean, not all of natural causes. If somebody is murdered, then
Right.
we would use that. But, like, I suppose if somebody was... No, we could... If they're burned to death, we could still use them.
Right.
Just
What
a
are you
skeleton.
using them for?
Oh, we're demolishing this warehouse.
And what
It's
was the
structurally
warehouse
unsound.
used for?
What was it used for?
The warehouse. Why are you demolishing it? What's wrong with
The-
it?
It's structurally unsound.
Oh, okay. That's
Why?
actually a good reason.
Why was it structurally unsound?
What happened in here that made it want to fall down?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not my warehouse. We've been hired in. Sometimes
So you run
there's
a
a sort of
council
there's an encounter that's
necromancer
been
to
written for
basically-
flavour.
Oh, you're not going to give us a task?
No, you've interrupted me in the course of my work. Your task is
Well-
to leave me alone.
no, I can turn this round for us, guys. Would you like to buy some dead rats to work in your unsavory business? I have a bag of them here, up for sale. I'll start the bidding at £10 a rat.
£10.
There's... Yes.
A
Isn't it?
rat.
I'll
sugar.
give you a gold piece for 4 dead rats. And if you
What do you
leave,
think, guys?
Try 4 gold pieces for rats.
4 gold pieces for 4 rats. They were well fed.
Do I
And
need
they've
to-
only been hit with a pan.
I don't know when you guys are going to receive this message, but we should maybe ask if he's seen any trouble around town.
Oh, have you seen any trouble around town?
yes, loads. This city's rife with criminal activity. There's a tremendous amount of trouble around the town. Also, Rufus, I didn't catch what you were saying there. You asked if you could roll something.
Yeah, to be amazing at whispering.
Make a stealth roll.
Okay.
No, make deception. Make a deception roll.
Okay.
And then if you beat my roll, I won't hear what you say next.
Okay. Ooh, 7.
Add your deception to that, or have you?
No, hang on. Give me a sec. Deception. Oh, where am I finding deception?
In the big list
there.
of skills.
Oh, it's +0, so 7.
7. Okay, cool. I have. In fact, you don't know what I've rolled. Good luck. Whisper away.
Ah, right. Listen, what are we trying to accomplish here? Just feels like this bloke's in, like, doing council work, and we're giving him hassle for literally no reason.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think we should just give him the rats and go.
Well, selling the rats.
Or sell him
just
the
to be
rats.
super clear, I don't really want the rats. I just need to get back to work. It's just the zombies have been a bit more difficult to control recently.
Oh, so you
Oh, that
want
is
something?
interesting.
Wait, what?
That is interesting. The zombies have been, difficult to control recently. Shows
Oh,
you're
well.
a bad manager.
No, that's not what. It doesn't necessarily mean that.
Well,
Doesn't
what else
it?
could it mean?
Well, it could mean lots of things.
Well, give us
It doesn't mean I'm bad.
your most likely guess.
Well, it might just mean that there's something up with the way magic works.
That doesn't really sound like a thing that happens.
No, I bet he doesn't do consistent
It is.
supervision, 1-to-1.
It is a thing that happens.
Have you got any sort of certification, by the way?
Yes, I'm an officially bonded and regulated necromancer.
Can we see some-
Here is my card.
Can we see some papers? Because at the moment you're just a bloke with a zombie telling people not to look over here.
Yes. He hands you a card. He does have a license from the council to practice necromancy.
Okay, I think we should do what the copper suggested. Sell the rats and go on our way.
Well, as he needs to get back to work and he wants us to leave, those rats have just gone up to 2 gold pieces per rat.
Yeah.
I don't want the rats.
Well, if you want to get back to work, you better buy these rats.
Wait, I have a plan. And he turns around and walks away from you.
So rude. See, he's a bad manager. A bad manager would deal with us much better than that. Okay, we keep moving.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, one of the rats got on the keyboard.
It's
Okay.
in the head.
Well,
Can we maybe look around for some clues?
Make a investigation check, please, Richard.
That is a natural one.
Yes.
This is going
You have
really well.
found a long piece of string, which is really interesting.
Can we all do an investigation check?
Well, seeing as Richard's just got a natural 1, I'm going to say no.
Then we
Great.
walk on.
has anyone got like a really good stealth?
Oh, I'm quite stealthy.
I think I'm quite stealthy.
I am +4 stealthy.
Ooh.
Mm.
Do you want to try and maybe just we'll go to the inn? I mean, that's basically always going to be my fallback.
Yeah.
We'll wait for you in the pub. Why don't you go and spy on that bloke and see if you can work out what he's doing?
Okay.
Okay.
I sneak to the warehouse.
Ah, there he is.
We've gone to the pub.
Also, we may have killed some people.
Oh yeah, I killed a criminal gang
Well,
in
hang
the
on.
warehouse.
2 of us have gone to the pub, and aren't you going to stealthily follow the necromancer?
Yeah, but I did
Yeah,
it and
there
came
are-
back to the pub.
No, let's actually do that as the game, for Christ's sake. You can't do the game without me, then I haven't got a career. So, who's going to the pub?
Me, I am going to the
Raise
pub.
your hand.
I'm starting to raise my hand.
Okay, all right, so the 3 of you walk off through town, make your way back to your lodgings, which is you are currently staying at an inn called the Call to Adventure. As you chat about your life goals. Meanwhile, Briony, you've chosen to stay in a relevant part of the adventure. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to use my stealth, and can I use this more than once? Disguise self. In a quest.
You can, yes.
Then
You,
I will.
you can cast. You can cast the. How many spells do you have a day? 2. You've got 2 level 1 spells.
Oh, I might not waste it on the relevant part of the adventure. I am just going to sneak up behind the elf and cling onto his back like I am his coat, so he doesn't know I'm there. I'm very stealthy. And he'll
Make
just think,
a
oh, my
stealth
coat's a bit
roll.
heavy.
Make a stealth roll at disadvantage to secretly piggyback another person.
Well, it would have been better if I disguised myself as his coat, but I think... Oh, I got the same roll both times. 16.
Boom.
16.
Oh, but I get to +4 for stealth. 19.
Classic. 16 plus 4 is 19.
Is it not? 20.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Impossibly, his perception check with a natural 1. He doesn't notice you climb onto his back.
There's just a very quick cut shot to the pub, and the three of us sat drinking, going, the thing about necromancers is there's no idea what's going on around them. She'll be fine.
That's happening on the way to the pub as you make your way down Finnemore Road, take a left onto Lloyd's Way. You can see the call to adventure ahead of you. Greasy smoke belching out of the chimney, and the rainwater running off the warped roof seems somehow stained, having touched the pub, but at least it's home. Meanwhile, back in an alley, Briony, you are clinging to the back of a necromancer who hasn't noticed you. What you are, you do notice, a couple of the zombies are going... but the necromancer, they don't speak. They're just,
So he just keeps
gesturing
turning
towards the
round.
necromancer, and all he's doing is turning around. Yeah, it's like a pantomime.
So it's a classic pantomime.
Yes, and what he is doing is he continues to instruct the zombies to demolish this building piece by piece. They're doing it brick by brick and piling the bricks up quite neatly in a series of piles in what would have been the ground floor of this building. You notice that some of the zombies aren't responding to his instructions as quick as the others.
Okay.
So he has to
So
give
he
the
is
order, a couple of the
actually
zombies,
doing
he has to order them.
He is doing what he said he was doing. It's not a mysterious.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna jump down, pat him on the back, and be off my way.
He screams. And, oh God, Brian, he screams, jumps forward, and says a word in a language you are unfamiliar with, and all of the zombies wheel around and immediately lock eyes on you and start moving towards you.
Uh-oh.
Roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
Guys, you know we were supposed to be heading to the pub to figure out where the adventure was.
Yep. You guys are now inside the pub. Nice and dry in there. The hearth has a roaring fire, and there's a series of comfortable chairs in front of the fireplace where you sit down. A lovely rotund old man called Fenway, who's the innkeeper here, is stirring a pot of decent-smelling stew that's bubbling away in front of the fireplace. And a game of cards is progressing in the nook. Meanwhile, Briony, you're in an alleyway facing 10 zombies.
I've got 14. Initiative.
Cool. I have 20.
Uh-oh.
So the elf just kind of goes, You again!
I was just checking you were
I
being
asked you
honest.
very politely to leave. And not to hang around and be weird at me.
Well, a good manager would have written it down so that you had a copy of the policy before you just assumed that I got it. You didn't even check.
He reaches into his robe and pulls out a notebook that just has the words "fuck off" written on it in massive letters.
Well,
Although it is written in blood.
for the clear instruction, and I run to the pub. I arrive at the same time as Rich.
That's a
Briony,
savage
for the
villain.
best sass so far this stream, you may have inspiration.
Ah.
Bear with me 1 second. Hang on, I need to get a thing. For those of you who haven't seen the live show, we track inspiration with lemons, and I've just realised I can't give this to you because of how we're doing this. I hadn't even thought of that
I have
until just now.
lemons in my kitchen.
Have a lemon. Good.
Thanks.
And to use inspiration, you simply must consume a lemon. With Briony, you're on your way back to the pub, but between now and then, some things happen in the pub. Like I mentioned, the three of you are in the pub, each of you has an ale on the go. You've got a nice bowl of very, very hot stew, which you're waiting to cool down enough so you can eat it. Richard, would you make a perception check for me, please?
Yes. That is 3.
You are
Can I make a
Guys,
perception check?
huge news, and this is important, so I hope I'm not interrupted. We're in a pub.
Can I make a perception check? I get a +4.
Actually, yeah, you can. And Matt, you can make a perception check as well.
D20, yes?
Yes.
I got 12.
I got 6. That's including my +4.
Great. Rufus, you are equally certain that you are in a pub.
It's definitely a pub. Guys, if there's one thing we can be 100% secure on, we're in a pub.
Matt,
Yes.
you spot that in the one. Sorry. You spot two things. One, the pub is quieter than you would have expected it to be at this time of night. And two, you notice that there's a gaming table in the nook. And there's a game of cards going on at the table, but you clock a bloke who sat at that table. He's got loads of tattoos all over his arms. He's not playing the card game, but he's also making quite a show of not looking at your group. But what he is, you watch him for a couple of seconds and realize what he's doing is he's tapping different tattoos on his arm in a sequence. And as he does that, another guy, also making a show of not looking at you, steps outside of the pub in response to him stopping doing that.
Guys, I might not remember anything from pre-2 weeks, but it's mighty quiet in here tonight. And that fellow who's not at us, but away from us for some time now. And that bloke got out and left once he'd done it. I think something suspicious up, and I think we should investigate.
I hope this reaches you in time.
Meanwhile,
let's approach with caution.
Or should we split up?
Well, I could go outside and see what that bloke's doing, and you guys could maybe go over to the games table and try and get involved in the game and keep an eye on that funny fella.
Meanwhile, Briony, you are approaching the pub. You see a dangerous-looking guy leave the pub, nod at two of the guys, and the three of them make their way back inside the pub. However, inside the pub, this big, heavy-set dude stands up at the table and points over at you guys, pointing specifically at Richard's character, whose name is, once again, the Reverend Hardcore. Richard, you recognize him as a guy called Leduc Ledbetter, a petty thief you arrested a couple of years ago along with his siblings, back when you were a cop. His cloak slides off of his enormous muscular arm. He's got a sword in his belt. He stands up and goes, "Jack Hardcore, I've been looking for you. And so's my family. I lost years because of you, mate. You put me away and it's cost me loads. I'm going to get my payback today." And he reaches for his sword, at which point 3 other guys step into the pub, each drawing blades, daggers, and short swords.
Okay, do I roll
Right,
for initiative?
everyone behind me.
In which case,
Fuck, here we go again.
Everybody, including Briony, let's roll for initiative for the first proper time during the show. Hooray! And it's only taken us most of an hour.
I got
Christ.
9.
I got a natural 1.
Oh,
I got
no.
7.
Oh, my initiative's -1 though. So
Yeah,
8.
8.
Oh,
Richard
mine's
I got an
+3.
unnatural 1.
and
Things
Briony.
is not going great for me today.
7. Yeah.
7. Wow, this is going to be a shorter stream than I
I'm
was
still
expecting.
outside, though, aren't I?
You are, so you're not immediately in danger, but you can react to what's happening. You're basically approaching the pub.
Yeah, I've opened. Can I open a window so they've got a different exit?
When it is your turn, you
Oh.
can do whatever you please. However, first things first. So, like I mentioned, there's this guy off to you. If you're by the fireplace, with the big bubbling pot of stew, and you've got your bowls of soup going on, this guy's at the other side of the room behind a gaming table, and his 2 mates have come in through the door, and there's a 3rd guy behind you. So the first guy, Leduc, vaults over the gaming table successfully, and drawing his short sword, lunges at the Reverend Hardcore. Richard, I believe your armor class is 18. It's
Correct.
16. You're not using a shield right now, but you are in armor.
Okay.
His short sword lunges towards you. You dodge to the side, and it lodges in the back of the chair. Apparently, I'm echoing. I don't know if anyone can help me with that. I don't know why I am. I shouldn't be. It's Matt's headset, I'm told by King Rob. Everyone blame Matt.
Sorry, guys.
In chat, if you could
Any
just type,
better?
it's Matt's fault, that'd be great. So, Richard, that guy's missed you. One of the guys by the door is going to. One of the guys by the door is going to try and throw a dagger at Rich. What did I say your armor class was? 16. That hits.
18.
But you haven't got a shield. You haven't got a shield up. You're being
Oh, yeah,
surprised.
sorry, 16. Sorry.
Matt's got headphones and with a microphone near them that keeps picking up his headphone output. That's what's happening. Richard, you take 4 damage as a dagger arcs through the air, spinning, not end over end, but sideways. And it slams directly into your left arm, bicep style, for 4 damage. Deal with it.
My favourite arm. Okay. Okay, I have dealt with it. I have written it down.
Rufus, you look like you were tooling up. So one of the guys is going to try and attack you.
Okay.
What's your armor class?
I'm glad you've asked. Armor class
16. Great.
Well, I've got 16. Yeah.
That's a hit and 4 damage for you, as this guy flips over one of the tables and just kicks it directly towards you. So you're hit by a table. You're drenched in beer, spirits, for some reason beans. And the table just hits you right in the face, causing your nose to bleed. Next up, Rufus. It is initiative 8.
That's 4 damage, right?
Yes, 4 damage. Initiative 8, what would you like to do?
Right. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to pull this off, but what I want to do is wheel around and grab a beer off one table, and as I turn, smack one of the... is anyone close enough for me to hit with a great sword?
Yeah. You could. Well, they're not they're not adjacent to you, but you could step to them.
But I could get there. Can I get to the bloke with the tattoos?
Do you mean the main one? Yes.
The main guy.
Yes, you can.
So I want to basically wheel around, grab a beer, smack the bloke with the great sword, and down the beer all at once.
Sure. Make an attack roll.
Okay, here we go, kid. Mwah. Wish it luck.
I will. And have.
8.
Good luck.
8.
Yeah.
Okay. What happens is, you miss him. You turn around, smack a beer off the table with your greatsword. And then you've just smashed a beer. And then you look really sad about that for a second, and sort of half-heartedly try and salvage the swing. But all you manage to do is swing the greatsword near him, and then bring your greatsword down on another beer. You've killed 2 beers, neither of which were Matt and Rich. He destroyed your beers.
Why do we always hurt the ones we love?
Well, you're just enjoying that as well.
Next up is the final thug, who is he's the one in the doorway, and he's going to whip a crossbow out from behind his back and fire it at Rufus, because you have just brought a greatsword to a knife fight. And I'm afraid a crossbow bolt whistles through the air past you and lands in lands in the wall over the fireplace with a satisfying at which point, Briony, you've seen all this happening through a window. You are now basically at the front door of the pub. What would you like to do?
So I'm by the door. I've got my rapier. I would like to take the door and use it as like a shield as I go into the pub.
Right,
so that
it will open.
Oh yeah, I see what you've done.
I also want to make a point. Somebody in the chat has just said, Will in the chat has just said, "Oh, I've just realised there won't be any audience sound effects." I mean, that's entirely up to you, the audience at home. If you want to make sound effects, do
There
it.
will be. Yeah,
Knock yourselves out.
I'd
What would you like to do?
like to kick the door off its, like, kick the door open. Because there's no point
Right.
entering a room quietly when a fight's already started. And then pick up a table. I can pick up a table and use that as a shield as I push towards them with my rapier, trying to hit as many as I can, kind of in like a flouncy way. As flouncy
Sure.
as I can be.
You've been playing this game for 4 years.
Mm.
Which one character would you like to attack?
Which of them is kind of as broad as a table? The Jason Statham.
Jason Statham, which is now
Yeah.
this character's name,
Yeah.
is as broad
Except-
as a table.
I'm
Except
the rock.
We're
to his
pronouncing it
Jason
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham.
Yes,
Hassan Statham.
Yeah.
yes. So,
Roy
Briony,
This is
are you-
earlier Fast and Furious. He ain't a friend right now.
so just to be clear, Briony, are you hitting him with your rapier or are you hitting him with the table?
Both. Stabbing with rapier while I push against him with the table.
You get one attack.
No, but it says I've got double-handed ability. Two-handed ability. I'm ambidextrous. What's it
I think that
called?
just means you have
Okay.
you can use 2 arms like a normal
Two
human.
weapon fighting.
Sure. In which case,
Fighting.
Briony, roll, make an attack roll with your rapier
Yeah.
as standard. And let me just call your character sheet up, and I'll work out what the modifiers would be. And make an attack roll. Make an attack roll at +0 with the table.
Okay, so I got 19 on the rapier.
That's a hit.
16 on the table.
Holy shit! Both of those hit.
Yeah, but
So
Ah!
your rapier damage is 1d8 +3, and your table damage is, I've no idea. I'm going to say just a d6.
Okay. 5 and 5.
For a total of
10.
correct. Excuse me. Which one is he? He's that one. Cool. Right, he is surprised as what you've done is kicked in the door, stabbed him in the back, and then as he turns around, you've hit him across the face with a table,
It's
drenching
table
him.
service.
Yes!
You can't have
I hope you get
inspiration
this in
twice.
time. That's a really funny joke.
Yeah, but he's also now drenched in booze. At which point, Richard, it is now your turn, or perhaps it will be your turn in 30 seconds.
Correct. I realise the irony of asking for this, but can I have a swift action? Could I slightly get out of the way, and throw a warhammer at the main guy?
Yeah. So you can use your movement action to, excuse me, move your movement action to kind of step away from the fight, because no one's adjacent to you.
Because I feel like
yet.
everyone's targeting me in this because of our previous beef. So
Yes.
I'm going to sort of sidestep the knives and then throw the warhammer at the dude.
That's reasonable. Yeah, make an attack
Good.
roll with that warhammer. So you step back.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Oh god. I don't have a level playing. 4. 4 plus.
Is that your hit?
Four.
Your to hit.
Yes.
So
I
in
got
total,
the same. So it's 8. 4 plus 4, Paul. So it's 8.
excellent. You throw your warhammer mightily through the window of the pub and into the street.
Thor style.
Yes. And then, like Thor, you just gotta go. But nothing happens.
Oh,
Guys, he's covered
I
in
got to curse that warhammer.
We are not good at this.
he's covered in booze though, so if anyone can set fire to him.
Matt,
I haven't got any
Wait,
spells or anything. I
what?
just hit things.
Oh,
it is
I thought you
your
meant
turn,
me.
Matt.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
I mean, how many thugs are still in play?
All four.
Yeah.
Okay.
One
Being
of
a
them.
halfling,
One of them has
Yeah.
been injured a bit.
This is my plan, Paul.
Yeah.
I would like to use my skill as a halfling to
Yeah.
sing a song so beautifully, all of them turn to me at the same time, giving my party a chance to finish them off.
Right.
Finish them off. Land a single blow.
Have you read your character sheet?
Yeah.
Okay. Just you've got like 4 spells that would be really useful now, but hey, you do you.
There's
Make a
always
performance
going to be
check.
time for spells. What, sorry?
Make a performance check.
Six.
See if they're distracted. No.
Uh,
No.
uh,
Yes. And no. One of them is utterly bewildered by your choice. Now I'm going to let you have that as a free action.
Okay. I'll
Because it's
use a
just
spell.
effectively you're just with a 6 you're just going honk 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 honk.
I feel as a
Okay.
bard I should join in the song.
Sure.
Okay.
I feel as
Could
a human cleric, I should join in the song.
We all join in the song as a free action.
and just
Yes.
out of interest, gang, how does that song go?
Well, Paul just sang a bit. It's honk 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 honk.
Honk, honk, honk,
Honk, honk,
Honk, honk, honk, honk, honk, honk, honk, honk, honk, honk, honk, honk, honk, honk, honk, honk, honk, honk, honk,
And as my party sings, Paul,
Yes.
I would like to use minor illusion to turn the guy who's after Rich to look like Rich, and Rich to look like him, so his own men turn on him.
You can only affect one thing.
Damn it! Then I'll just use a firebolt on the one covered in booze.
Great.
That's Jason Statham.
Nice.
Yes.
Jasun
Make
Statham.
an attack roll to hit Jason Statham. Which is a really weird sentence.
17.
Holy shit! You hit Jason Statham with a firebolt.
Guys, thanks for
Please
joining
roll
in my song.
1d10 damage.
What did you want me to roll?
1d10.
Where have you gone? I had these organised a minute ago. 7.
7! Excellent. Jason Statham gets struck by the firebolt, looks down and is engulfed in flames, and then begins running around screaming, and then falls to the floor dead. Or at least dying. Actively dying. There's a lot of screaming. But he is functionally out of the fight.
I
Good
don't
enough.
know what it's like to
You've
kill
killed a
man,
man!
but it feels good, guys, if this is what it is. I'm enjoying this violence a lot. How are you guys doing?
Well, I feel like if we've got the ringleader, the rest should probably give up. Because that's
would
what we're
think.
going to do to them. They should think
Why don't
about
we
it.
try to intimidate them?
Yeah.
Well, it's their turn. So
Aye.
Why
Intimidation.
don't they try to intimidate them?
one of them is using his turn, grabbing a couple of beers, and splashing the beer onto the well, he doesn't recognise it as yet, the corpse of Jason Statham. The guy with the crossbow has reloaded and is now firing it at Matt. Your armor class is 16, I believe.
16, yeah.
He's hit you. Please take a. Ooh, that's quite a lot of damage. Please take 6 damage to your back.
Ooh.
What?
Yes, as you have been shot with a crossbow. Nature's shark.
Guys, there's
then-
anything in my back. There's a lot of agony focused there right now.
Rufus, you're up.
Look, I mean, I'm just a smasher upper. So how many people can I just smash with my great sword in one
You
go?
can attack one person at a time.
I can't wheel round in like a big arc or anything.
At later levels, yes, but for now, no, because you are all first level characters.
Okay, I'm going to go for Tattoo Guy again. I think I'm still near enough to him that I should be able to...
He's dead.
Oh, sorry. Okay, who was the guy that stepped outside?
That's the guy with the crossbow who's just almost killed
Who's
Matt.
come back in.
I'm going to take out the guy with the crossbow.
Rad. Make a roll.
Nice.
D20.
Yes, please.
Can I get anything over a 10? That would be absolutely smashing. Anything over a 10 will, just to make me feel like I'm not a massive prick.
Don't break your streak.
Oh, hang on. 8.
Plus,
feeling,
you have a
Rufus?
plus.
But you're adding to that.
By your
Yeah.
weapon, it's like a plus 4 or 5.
My greatsword is a plus, so
13.
that's 13.
You've hit!
Douche!
Yeah, I love that you've punched him while holding a greatsword.
Yeah.
But we'll treat it like a greatsword damage anyway. So, roll your damage, please, which is 2d6 plus 3, I think.
2d6 plus 3. So,
Remember, if those dice come up a 1 or a 2, you get to re-roll them because you're a great weapon master.
oh my god, well look at this.
Re-roll them.
Yeah, bitch. Right, come on. Double sixes, let's go. Oh, do I get to re-roll
This
a
is what rolling
re-roll?
dice is all about.
For the purposes of this, I'll say yes. I don't think that's how the actual rules work, but, let's get out of the first encounter.
Yeah, please. Double 4s, baby. Double 4s.
Double 4s, you cut this guy in 2, because that's a total of... That's 11 damage. This guy,
Oh,
you cut him and his crossbow into 2 equal halves.
Nice.
good maths.
That's rock
Yes.
style, baby.
Yeah, the blood jets everywhere from his lower torso.
Very happy about that. Very happy about that.
If anything, you've ruined more beers. Next up, Briony.
Yes. There's
Your
2
turn.
left.
Yes.
Right. I am going to use Thaumaturgy
Right.
to cause harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute. And then I'm going to loudly say, oh no, an earthquake. We should all get out of here. Because, there's a building down the street that's collapsing. It's probably the common earthquakes. Danger.
Make
That's
a
smart.
persuasion roll
Right.
at disadvantage.
Oh.
Isn't the whole thing in an earthquake you're supposed to not move?
13. Oh.
Shut up. Tell them that, Rich.
They now get advantage on their rolls.
Damn it! Rich!
Okay.
Sorry, I'm so sorry, everybody.
The guy who was trying to put out
To be
Jason
fair, they
Statham,
would have heard it after some time.
that's all text, or speech, as it's known when it's audible.
Rufus,
guy
your
who was-
background.
Oh! The guy who was trying to extinguish Jason Statham looks up and goes, "No! An earthquake! My one weakness!" and runs out into the street. Whereas the other guy pulls a hand axe out of his belt and runs towards you, Briony. Your armor class is?
13.
Oh, this is very much a hit.
Uh-oh.
How much health do you have?
I have 9 hit points.
I disagree. You have lost 5 of those.
No.
Oof.
As this guy runs at you with an axe and just slams it into your shoulder. Where it,
Ow,
it
ow,
hits
ow,
you
ow. I
axe
used
style.
that.
So yes, please take those damage.
That's
Um,
my beer drinking arm.
Oh, the worst of the arms. Next up, Richard. There's one guy left. He's just stabbed Briony with an axe. Stabbed.
Hacked.
Nobody stabs my friend and gets away with it.
I have a friend.
I would like to... Can I use inflict wounds, Paul?
You absolutely can.
I would like to inflict wounds on the man.
Feel free. Make an attack roll, please.
Done. That's 6.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, wait, you're adding 5 to this? No, it's cool. You're adding
Why
5 to
can't I
that,
do
which
it
gets you
right?
to 11. No, it's fine. You're adding 5 to this.
Oh, yeah.
It gets
That's
you to
true.
11.
Yeah, okay.
That hits. Now, impossibly, because you're doing inflict wounds, roll 3d10 damage.
Yeah, boy. 7, 9. There's a total of 17.
17. The guy, you tap
Yeah,
the guy
boy.
on the shoulder. He turns around and then, like the Nazis at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark, just begins to scream and melt. It is horrifying. An unholy wind blows out from... Actually, you're a cleric. A holy wind blows out from him, but it's horrifying. And he melts onto the floor of the pub, causing probably an unpleasant stain.
Were
Looks like
any
an
more
earthquake
beards
was the
hurt?
least of your troubles.
Richard, you may have inspiration.
That's kind.
Yes. Yes, it is. By the way, thanks for all the follows, friends.
Yeah.
Tons of them. Okay, so the pub, a lot of the civilians who were not involved in this fight from the pub have bailed. And as you sort of stand there, all of you bleeding quietly in the pub, Matt, quite badly, I might add, you hear a sort of slow clap from the staircase leading to the upper floor. And you're like,
Earthquake.
oh, well done. Well done indeed. I hope you don't mind me interrupting, but I think you might be in need of some work. I could use a couple of capable fighters, or at least 2 capable fighters and 2 weirdos.
That sounds like a job for us.
Yes,
and can
and
I
I
ask,
assume...
does it come with Medicare?
No. It comes with money, and I assume, given that you've just killed 3 members of the Broken Circle gang, that you'd want to get out of the city.
Yeah.
So this is an elven lady walking down the stairs. My name is.
No, let's try and find out who this Broken Circle gang are.
They're really quite bad.
If there's one thing we know, it's trouble.
Yeah.
I can't remember anything, guys. It's my only character trait.
No, I've upset them quite badly in the past, and yeah, they are not good people.
Right,
It's true,
so
you saw the way they looked at me.
ultimately, getting out of here might not be the worst idea in the world.
No.
Does anybody therefore know any basic St. John's ambulance and can stop the bleeding in my back?
Yeah, actually, elven lady.
Oh, yeah.
We should learn your name. Are you good at curing wounds?
No. Your cleric might be.
To be fair, yeah, I probably could help.
Look, my name is Mordant Thrubwell. I'm a scholar and I need some assistance. I hope you're not above some delivery work.
Actually, that's a step up. We've been killing rats.
We've all been there. I need you to travel to the village, I should say town, of Ravensholm, a wee way to the west. It's a little logging village, and find the town's herbalist, Jan Largo, and collect some books for me.
May I ask a question? Will we have to sign up before we log in? It's a login village, guys. Will we have to sign up? Come on.
I wonder if your friend might do with some of his blood putting back in.
Oh, log in, I get it.
Are there a lot of terms and conditions we won't read before we go in?
Oh, come on.
Guys, can I just make a quick confession here? I've just reordered my dice while this conversation was going on, and I think, you know, when we were rolling D20s, I think I've been rolling D10s.
You did pretty well, actually.
You did very well. A lot of 8.
You did very well.
Yeah, thanks, everyone.
That would average up really well.
Yeah.
Okay, that's part 1 of episode 1 down, which has featured, amongst other things, really weird character choices and at least one player using the wrong dice for an extended period of time, which is pretty standard D&D, the way I play it. If you'd like to keep watching, you should. You can find part 2 either side of my face right now. If we put it, can we put a link in there? I'm going to look at it. There it is. If you're new to Dungeons and Dragons and maybe you've got some questions after watching that, and after that game, who could blame you? I hope to answer some of those questions in some videos we've got on the channel. Have a little look around and see what we've got. Maybe one of them might link here. It's possible. It's plausible that could happen. Please like and subscribe if you're inclined. If you click on the little bell, you get alerts when we put new content online. Thank you for watching, and check out part 2. That's the next bit, because it's linear. Bye. It got weird at the end.